Today's video is about Pokemon! Welcome back to Neverland! So the embarrassing part of the video is over now, I hope. So as I hope you could gather, today's video will be all about Pokemon because the buzz on social media has been huge lately, which is quite impressive considering that the main Pokemon phase, at least in the Western world, if that's what you want to call it, is more or less over, you could say. Turns out it really isn't, making Pokemon as a franchise a huge international player in terms of pop culture and therefore of course also children's entertainment. So that's why today we're gonna have a look at the top 3 Pokemon stories that you should know about. The most obvious thing to talk about here is number 1 on this list, Pokemon Go. Now as of late, when I've been mentioning Pokemon to friends, everyone was like, oh my god, Pokemon Go is coming out, I'm so excited. And I'm like, yeah, but where is it? Because it was supposed to come out beginning of 2016. But wait a second, so what is Pokemon Go? Pokemon Go is a augmented reality game for smartphones, meaning you can use your phone, you can walk around your area and you can catch Pokemon. The concept sounds very awesome to me. As far as official material is concerned, there's not a lot to see at the moment because yes, we do get to see people playing on their phones, but at the same time we see them watch epic battles between Mewtwo and Pikachu on Times Square with the screens on Times Square changing, but I'm guessing that's not going to happen. As far as we can tell from leaked footage, it does look cool, however. It's kind of an app through that kind of uses your camera and through which you can see Pokemon in the grass or in your surroundings, and you can catch them, you can train them. Instead of training your Pokemon to evolve them, however, you have to collect evolution shards, and you get those by catching a lot of Pokemon. So this time it's really all about catching Pokemon rather than training them. And the more you catch, the more of those shards you get, and depending on the shards that you have and the amount, you can evolve different Pokemon. What I'm worried about here is that, yes, obviously it's very much hyped by the general public, but will the general public actually play the game? Because yes, super fans like me, who have been playing the games for 17 years, like, we're gonna be up for Battle in the Park, that's awesome, but will the normal fan be? But Pokemon Go is the only game coming out in terms of Pokemon this year. So number 2 on this list are 2 other video games that we're going to concentrate on today, namely Detective Pikachu and Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now if you remember my last video on Pokemon, that was all about the Super Bowl ad that they released in February, and back then I already said something big is going to happen, like they're going to release a new generation of games. And a couple of days later they announced Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is probably very straightforward. It's a new generation of the main Pokemon game, meaning we'll be able to go to a new area with new Pokemon, also with old Pokemon. What they usually do is incorporate some kind of cool technical change, making the world even cooler to explore and kind of making it more real, as they did with the last generation. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. There are a couple of leaks. I'm kind of wary what to trust and what not, because there are always leaks when it comes to Pokemon games, and half of them always turn out not to be true. So we'll see, we'll wait for proper material. As for Detective Pikachu, that's quite a different thing. They've always had kind of spin-off games of the main series, and this one is really about Detective Pikachu teaming up with a human, and the human actually understand Pikachu and they solve crimes together, which to me sounds a lot like a game that is up the Sherlock Holmes alley, even Professor Layton in a way. So that's really for people who are less into this catching and training kind of Pokemon game and more into content games. I'm just wondering, wow, 2 games and Pokemon Go, that's a lot to take in for a Pokemon fan. Are Pokemon fans gonna buy all of those? Will they play all of those? Which one is gonna be most popular with fans? That's a lot of questions that can be raised. Finally, and that's the newest piece of information that was just released last week, and that's number 3 on my list, is they're actually considering making a proper Pokemon movie in Hollywood. We're not talking about movie number 200,030 with Ash and whatever new companion and the latest legendary Pokemon from the last generation of games. I'm talking about a live action Pokemon movie, which is crazy. This is a piece of information in this video that I'm kind of most wary about because I feel like this kind of movie is coming 20 years too late. I mean, yes, we are at a point where technology is allowing us to do crazy things in terms of creation of creatures, as we could see in the Jungle Book, which, yes, in terms of animation I did have my problems with, but in the end, we are at a point where we could do it. You'd think people would not care about this anymore, but they are. Like, studios are fighting over this property. Legendary and Warner Bros. Are kind of trying to figure out who's going to be able to do it, and then Legendary being part Chinese as a studio is also crazy because then you have China acquiring this Japanese property and wanting to make a movie out of it. So it's crazy how much buzz and how much interest in Pokemon as a franchise there still is. And yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to go forward with a proper live action Pokemon movie. I can't even believe I'm saying that. So you know, if there's proper news, don't worry, you're gonna hear it on this channel. Those are the biggest Pokemon headlines at the moment. Please let me know in the comments if you're as excited for all of these things as I am, if you could not care less about a Pokemon movie, if you're definitely gonna buy Sun and Moon and or Detective Pikachu, if you're gonna be one of the crazy people fighting Pokemon battles in parks, as I will. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe to me if you want to see more of me and my videos, follow me on Twitter or on Tumblr if you want regular updates on children's entertainment, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!